Oh, I look all right. This album is a breath of fresh air to show us rekindling that ability to be able to connect with each other. It's a huge statement to be able to play music with the same people at the same time. My favorite moment is when we were done with one take and Chris and Damo both looked at me and said, "Hey bro, this ain't working." And I said, "What about it isn't working?" This ain't working. And then we decided to talk for 10 minutes about why it's not working. And we were able to reach a resolution where I was able to understand what they meant when they said it's not working. First, there's a couple of different things that I need to point out. It's great that we're in a band and in an environment where everybody can feel free to speak up and to be themselves. I've been in so many different bands and played with so many different types of people where I was not granted the opportunity to speak up, especially in the recording studio. In the recording studio, whoever's the boss is the boss, and that's usually how it goes. And although I'm still quote unquote the boss, I do really value the opinions and the musical suggestions of the band. They all have something valuable to share. And so the fact that Damo and Chris were able to say something like that was incredibly helpful because we were able to get down to the root of what's not working. And then when we did it again, it worked a lot better than it worked. And so that kind of dialogue where at first it may feel tense, but it's never tense. It's a group of individuals feeling very, very passionate about what they do. We all care so deeply about this music, and we all care about how it sounds. And we want to make sure that it sounds the best it can, not for our sake, but for the listener's sake. Another favorite moment was Tony playing, and I said, "Hey bro, quarter notes and eighth notes only, and throw some half notes in there. We want people to really enjoy this music, and they're not gonna enjoy it with over a song where people should be dancing very intimately." And usually when we're in the studio or usually when we're playing music, especially in the current climate of this music, what's encouraged is the latter. What's not encouraged is very soulful, melodic playing in a horizontal way rather than vertical. That's not what's encouraged. And so I feel like one of my favorite moments was challenging the band and challenging myself to be able to say, "Hey, let's really play some soulful melodies. Let's play some soulful tunes." We don't have to show off our language. Everybody in this band is extremely gifted. That doesn't mean that we're better than anybody else. What we have to do at this moment in our careers, everybody in the band, we need to unlearn most of the things that we learned. We know too much. And we need to continue to learn, but this lesson in the studio was, "Hey Tony, hey Chris, hey Damo, hey Felix, I know we have so much technical facility to do whatever we want on our instruments. We need to all come together and sacrifice to make the music sound good." So my favorite moment are just those little bitty bits of moments and experiences that we had where everybody realized in their brain, you can kind of see a light bulb go off where it's like, wow, we are really doing this for the music's sake, not for my sake. We're not doing it because I want my solo to sound good or Tony's solo to sound good or anybody's solo. It's not even about the solo at all. The solo is just simply an extension of the song. It's an extension of the melody. It's a part of the grand vision of the song, which is the story. My favorite moments are those moments where we all realize collectively that it is about something bigger than us. Well, the energy is always the best in the first couple of takes. My job is to continue to refine and refine and refine and make sure that we're operating under very healthy constraints that, one, allow the recording to shine and allow it to be digestible and listenable to an audience, but also we have to operate under such healthy constraints that everybody in the band feels like they can be 100% themselves. And if we're not doing that, it shows on the recording. Either the spirit is not there, it has nothing to do with people missing notes and messing up. That's the least of my concerns. The only thing I care about is the spirit. And what makes a great leader is how can we set very, very healthy constraints so that the people on my team can operate at their highest efficiency. CEOs are trying to do that with companies. How can I continue to refine this prototype that we're making so that the constraints that I set make my people shine at their best? And that's really all I'm trying to do as a band leader. Connecting with other people is always the biggest challenge. It's the beauty of this music, is that they're actually real people playing real instruments at the same time. So we're not creating some kind of fake product where everybody's playing at different times and we layer and layer and layer and layer because we're creating a product. Is that a bad thing? Not really, it serves its place. What I value the most about this is what I value the most about human connection in general. The ability to have a face-to-face conversation. In music, people are not playing together and they've lost the ability to play music with each other. We barely look at each other when we play. To have a genuine human connection. The first thing I do when I go to colleges and give a master class is I tell the students, I say, hey, when you play this song again, I want you, the piano player, to look at the drummer. I say, look at the drummer. Look at him. The whole time, just stare at him. And then what happens? They start smiling in the middle of the song, and all of a sudden, they rekindle that joy that first brought them to playing music in the first place. Because somewhere along the line, it got lost. Somewhere it got lost. Somehow the spirit got taken away, and we got too swamped in this whole thing of like, I'm a musician, and we forgot what brought us all here in the first place. Most music is not created with people playing at the same time. I think that's a shame. I love everybody in the band. They all bring something very, very unique. It's my job as leader to mediate all of these situations and to realize, okay, here's what we have in common. Now let's create good art. And I think that in music, it all starts with the composition. It all starts with the composition. In jazz music, the general consensus is that it starts with the way people play. So your solos and any implication of that. For me, it starts with the compositions. And the vehicles of improvisation starts with the great handcrafted composition, just like a great hand-knitted sweater or a great hand-knitted tie. It's craftsmanship. Composition is the art of craftsmanship, but it's craftsmanship using the language of music. The question has to be answered correctly, which is, are musicians able to fully be themselves on this tune? If the answer is no, it needs more work. It needs to feel like this. We've matured a lot since the Southern Suite, and we've rounded out. And the purpose of a recording is to just capture a snapshot in time. And that's what we're doing. I'm very proud of what we got. Permissionless vulnerability. We're not afraid to make mistakes. We're not afraid to step on each other's toes. It's this vulnerability to just show up. Hey, this is who I am. I'm Chris, I'm Sean, I'm Tony, I'm Damo, I'm Felix. This is what I have. And to be able to do that and to come together takes an extreme individual. And it takes extreme individuals to come together to support that. To be able to be transformed, both emotionally through the music and also spiritually through the music. Of understanding through our vulnerabilities as band members, through our sacrifices and all of the work that it took to make this album a possibility. We want to gift this to you so that it can now be a possibility for you, so that your life can be as changed in the positive way, and that your life can be as transformed as my life was, and as everybody in the band's life was through this process. That's the gift, is the opportunity to experience what we experienced in the studio. It's gonna make you dance. It's gonna make you have a good time. At the end of the day, before you go to sleep, we want these melodies to be in your head. We want these melodies, we want you to sing these melodies. That if you ever feel like you're having a rough day or that you're having a rough conversation with somebody, these melodies will come back and it will remind you that it's okay to be yourself. I'm not interested in serving myself. I can do that by practicing at home all day. If I'm recording something for somebody to listen to, I want it to be something that I work very, very hard on, challenge the musicians. The studio is not easy. We're all challenged. And through this challenge and through this collective struggle, we create beauty. Beauty can only exist within the confines of healthy constraints. I decided to choose a more active role, create art and music that people can enjoy, but that also has enough meaning behind it. They can come out of this album, listening to it, listening to my story, reading the liner notes, and come out a better person. Say, after listening to your album, I feel like I'm a better human being, and I treat other people better as a result of it. That is the end goal.